something else comes to mind, which I think is going to really be something to look forward to, is how we can bridge, those relationships between, parents and families and the students, and how that all kind of intertwines with what we do as an initiative, which is to close the achievement gap. But also, we may be helpful and help to bridge some gaps, say within the family, the gap between
The
maybe
families in the
the
schools.
family in the school.
Yeah, there's so
Absolutely.
many opportunities.
Absolutely.
I'm so
Absolutely.
glad you mentioned that, because I think that that's really who I am as a person,
Hmm.
in the way I work with my children and in my schools and with my colleagues. It's really from that holistic standpoint.
Right.
So when we're looking at this opportunity and this experience with our families holistically, we are talking about what's going on with those family dynamics. We are talking about what's going on between the family and the scholar. How is the scholar feeling in the midst of all of that? We are talking about what are the resources, what's the information that we can provide to our families so that they have a better understanding of not only their rights as families when it comes to their child's education,
Hmm.
but also why the schools are wanting to engage you, in what ways they're
Right.
trying to meaningfully
Right.
engage you, why your child going to school is not just leaving the school in charge, it's really being part of that experience. And I can speak to that for hours,
Hmm.
working in the schools and really helping parents navigate what's going on,
Absolutely.
and it's not second nature, and it's not always information
Right.
that's easily accessible. And I think that's where we want to close the gap. The
Definitely.
resources are there, the information is there, it's just not easily accessible all the
Hmm.
time
Right.
or easily digestible for
Right.
our scholars, for our
Right.
families, for our communities. And we really, in Cleveland, there's so many resources in this
It
area,
is.
in
It is.
Cuyahoga County as a whole.
Yes.
So we really want to capitalize off of that. Once again, for the whole purpose of these programs
Right.
is the success of our scholars.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And with that said, in addition to the resources that we look forward to share and provide, even maybe introduce in some senses to our families, but to give our families a platform where their voices can be heard as well, because I think that also is important in how to close the gap and how to make sure everybody is informed. But first, we have to be able to have this open communication where parents are not feeling like they're not being heard, or we don't want them to feel not inclusive,
Yeah.
in the process of the education of their own children.
We really want to empower them. And
Exactly.
sometimes
Exactly.
parents may not know, families may not know in which ways they do have a voice. They can have a voice. They
Absolutely.
can exercise that voice. They can be part of all these processes. And it can be a lot, but we want to come in as, that middle person, that connection. There's school, there's your scholar, there's their future, there's what's
Absolutely.
been going on in the family,
Right.
there's what's happening in the community.
Hmm.
We kind of want to be that central place where everything starts to connect in a more fluid way.
Correct. Correct. So I'm fired up, ready to go. I think this is going to be a tremendous addition to the many components and best practices that we value as a program initiative. But nothing is more valuable than the families of our children and our
Hmm.
students and our scholars. So I guess we can just look forward to what you're going to bring and what you're bringing to the team, and
We're
I
going to
can
go
only
from
wait.
there.
That's right.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
I'm so excited for this. Really, at the center of it, it's about empowering our families. And like you said, and I always say this, when I'm working with teams of people,
Hmm.
if we don't have the family on our side, we really don't have much success. We really
Absolutely.
can't make the true difference
Right.
and have the true impact that we want to have in our communities and with our
Right.
adolescents if we don't have the families on our side. So I'm excited for all of us to be on the same side and be working together and see really great things keep happening.
Absolutely. We have in our creed, we say to our students that they are important, they are smart, and they can achieve. Well, I'm going to, in real time, modify the creed and add that to our families. They are
Yes.
important, they are very smart, and they will achieve and be successful. And we just are just so happy to be partnering with them to help make that happen. So until next time,
Thank you.
thank you.